Oh man. Welcome, family, to another edition of a Kemetic class. Family tree, let me know if you're in the building right now by strictly hitting the like button because you already know YouTube is going mad. So we need to make sure we have the algorithm pumping and knowing that we are live on Titans TV. So right now, let me just mute that. So yeah, right now we're doing Kemetic class. The show is to do with Egyptian religion or ancient Egyptian religion, Kemetic religion, and we're about to go in on this. It's going to be a very quick class today. For those of you guys who would love to jump in and get involved, just message me and I will send you the link. Also, if you want any of the learning materials as well, just message me and I'll give you the links to those as well. So yeah, family tree. This is going to be a quick one because we've got a show coming up later on with rapper Raven. He's taking over Titans TV, doing a Black Betterment show. So that's going to be epic. But right now, let's actually go into this real quickly. So and I realized, we had some new followers that came over from Sarnetta's channel where I did a presentation on Kemetic priests, I believe. Yeah, Kemetic priests on trial. Yeah, Kemetic priests on trial. In there, I went through a lot of information to do with, what was expected of the priests, the scribes, the practitioners of Kemet, and are the practitioners actually fulfilling those roles. So if you want to, please go on there. It's about 10,000. It's got about 10,000 views currently. Go on there, check it out. It's a nice presentation, to be honest with you. Yeah. So right now, let's get into this. All right. Kemetic religion explained, Kemetic class, prayer, and worship. Okay. Let me see. Go into the next one. All right. So for those of you guys, yeah, who are new to Titans TV, yeah, like what we do on here is strictly academic information. That's what I want. Whenever you hear me present, you're always going to find it's going to be sourced material. And I'm inviting other people on who's part of the Kemetic community. If you are a teacher or even if you're a student, you're welcome to come on in, present information, like my casa es su casa, my house is your house. So this platform is literally for you because I'm creating an online platform or online forum where you guys can come on and learn more about ancient Egyptian culture, the language, its religion, its philosophy, and we're going to actually have practical tasks to do, or we're going to actually apply the theory that we've learned throughout the class in our day-to-day lives as well. So it's quite a jam-packed, heavy shows that I'm trying to produce for you guys on a continuous basis. And of course, I want teachers within inside of the community to come on and present information because it's not going to be me rambling on for God knows how long, right? I want you guys to come on. This forum is for you. So, anyways, with these classes, right, I'm not expecting everybody to be tuned in. I know some of you guys may be Christians, some of you guys may be Muslims, some of you guys may be Hebrew Israelites, atheists, and this may not be piquing your interest at all. But for those who are piquing your interest, like I'm saying, it's for you. This right here is for those people who actually want to learn the history and culture of ancient Egypt. Most of you may be students learning the hieroglyph language, or you're an enthusiast that wants to practice the philosophy or religion of ancient Egypt, Kemet. Okay. And again, we're going to be going through a lot of academic materials. So, right here on the screen, you see there is a Middle Egyptian um, introduction to the hieroglyphic language. Let's see what else we have. Let me see if I can just do this. There we go. So we're going to be going through some of these stuffs, right? Here we go. We're going to be going through some of these books. Whoa. Oh, my days. I messed up the camera. Hopefully, we'll come back in. There you go. We're going to be going through some of these books as well. So, this one here is by Mark Collier and Bill Manley. And this is How to Read Egyptian, right? So, these are the academic books that we're going to be going through. And of course, we usually go through primary materials such as the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead, and then secondary information on books such as Faulkner's translation of the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead. So these are types of things that we're going to be going through on this channel for this particular section of the Kemetic classes. So again, family, I would love for you lot to come on in and support. Support. But of course, I know this is not for everybody. So, anyways, here we go. Quick ones, yeah. Um, Today's class, we're going to be going through like theory of praise and worship. We're going to go through the format, i.e., the hymns, supplications, and the timings for these things. We're going to have practical things for you to do, such as daily readings. And then we're going to do the practice or the practical again, which is primary text reading. For those of you guys who are interested in the hieroglyph language, I need you lot to let me know, those who are the students with inside of the comment section, let me know after the show is finished as well. For those of you guys who are watching it afterwards, let me know in the comment section if you lot study the hieroglyph language, or if you guys are practitioners of the Kemetic religion, or if you guys are just simply interested in the history and the culture and the language of ancient Egypt, right? Let me know all these things, please. Anyways, on Sarnet's channel, right, I gave a text, right? This is another version of this text that I gave, and in the text, it kind of laid out exactly what it was called: this king as sun priest of the sun, right? King as sun priest of the sun, and it basically lays out the roles and the functions and even the knowledge of what the king or the priests have to have, right? We went through all of those things again. You have to go back and check it out. And on here, I'm giving you another version of it. And I found this, was it yesterday? I found this yesterday, yeah. And I don't think you lot understand. Trying to find primary text, yeah, is a mazzoline, yeah. And I'm going to shout out the British Museum because I love the British Museum. And this is why I personally choose to teach from Unread and learn from the Papyrus of Ani, because it's in the British Museum. It's something that's there that we can see, touch, get the primaries from. So it's like, hey, I'm happy. And when I find these texts, right, because some of these books that you have to buy, they cost like £200 just to see the primary. £200, £80, £50 for books here, just so you can see the primary of the text, yeah. And it's flipping annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's flipping annoying. Let me know if you guys, do the same thing and just annoyed by that fact. So over here, I would love to just share a lot of my books, resources, everything that I learned from, right? I'd love to just share it with you guys. So just let me know in the comment section if that's what you want. But anyways, yeah, on here, it talks about basically the purpose, like the other one, it talks about the king's purpose, right? What is his reason for being, right? And it's so basically this person is on the earth of the living forever and eternity. See, that's the whole goal for the ancient Egyptians, right? Their whole culture, according to Jan Esman, was the conquering of death. Their culture was based upon conquering death. It was based upon having eternal and everlasting life, right? It had the reoccurrence of every day, like eternity, just being able to repeat things every single day. That's what they wanted, and in long-term endurance for eternity. That was it. They just wanted to master death. They wanted to overcome death, full stop. And life is all they wanted to do. So, all they wanted to have was eternal life. And man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I don't want to go into too much of it, right? All right. Anyways, but there are also activities to do, right? Which is to judge. I like the word actually. Let me not read it verbatim there, because I like to administer justice between men, and to make the gods content, or to make the divine principles, elements, and forces in nature content or be satisfied, right? To cause right to happen, to annihilate wrong. Um, and he is to give offerings to the gods. So these are the things that he does, but then what he has to give, right, is over here, which is the very most important bit, because we're going to be going into this of the things that a person would be expected to give, and that is offerings to the gods and voice offerings to the transfigured or to the ancestors, right? Those are the two things that the Egyptians or the Kemetics like gave in terms of their worship and their reverence. And we're going to go into this because we're going to go into the praise and worship that they did, right? And then maybe the next show we're going to go into the reverence that they showed and the veneration that they showed to the ancestors and the offerings that they did also, because these are like main text. Because if you go into the British Museum or any museum, right, you're going to see a lot of these Hetep Dina Sut text. And for us to learn it, it's going to be that much more easier when you go and you read the monuments, because you've learned the basics, the format of it, the structure of it, how to read it, what is the offering, who's the offering to, what are the things being offered, etc. What are the titles of the person? There is literally a format, and to learn the format and to just constantly practicing it, like when it comes to actually reading it and going to and viewing these monuments, if you're going to Egypt or museums and so forth, right, or you have it in your actual presence, it just makes it that much more easier. So we're going to be going into that on another show, but for today we're going to be talking about the hymns, the praise, the worships that they used to do. All right, let's go. So, oh yeah, this is the text that I found, right? This is the text I found. It's so small right now, so I can't even do it. But I just found some discoveries within the text, right? Where the transliteration may say one thing, but when you actually go into the text, yeah, it's like, that's not in the text. It's this. So it's just a beautiful thing to be able to learn and be understand and to understand the language and to spot things um within the primary text itself, rather than having to rely on the Egyptologist to give you a definition and a meaning, right? It's a good thing to be able to do it yourself. Anyways, cool. So right here we're going to be talking about praise and worship. Okay, and let's go. So we're going into James P. Allen, Middle Egyptian. Again, in the comment section, family, just let me know if the texts are big enough for you guys to read. Okay, let me know if it's big enough for you guys to read. Okay, so the key concepts in the literary genre are the words dua, okay, worship, and iau, which means praise, which often appears in the titles of hymns. For example, dua usar, worshiping Osiris, and jit, jit, jit Yau and User, giving praise to Osiris. Although hymns like prayers can be addressed directly to a god, unlike prayers, they are almost exclusively devoted to praising him or her. Only occasionally do they also beseech the deity for intercession, favors, or blessings. Okay, let's keep on going. Hymns are among the most carefully composed of all Egyptian literary forms. They normally consist of short lines arranged conceptually into thought couplets. They normally consist of short range into conceptually into thought couplets, said that, or sometimes tercets, 3 lines. The lines themselves are often phrases describing the god being worshipped or praised. A typical example is the following. We're not going to go into the following of that, but this is really good. It lets you know when you're actually reading these texts, just in your mind, just know that when you're transliterating and translating them, just know that 2 lines usually go together. The next 2 lines usually go together. The next 2 lines usually go together, and you kind of see the pattern within inside of the text itself. Melanated Goddess says here, are you going to publish corrections of the transliteration? You should. Am I going to publish? I would rather just discuss them. Okay, I don't think, for me, I'm not there where I should be publishing and correcting anything, unless I've got the funding and backing behind me. It's not for me to just be like, yeah, let me go and do it. But we can discuss these things and we can see whether the Egyptologists, we could do it live together. All of those of us who know the language, we can see where there is a blatant mistake within the text. But to go and actually do a publication on it and so forth, for me, it only works if you belong to an institution, if you belong to some form of institution that you can write a journal paper and it will be acknowledged and accepted and peer reviewed, and the Egyptological how can I put it, departments in the universities and so forth will take that into consideration and say, yep, we saw that this person made a mistake and such Kalam corrected it. Now, from now onwards, we know this is how we do things. So unless I'm going to do something like that, which I don't have the backing, I'm not going to be doing. So nah. A long way around saying no. All right, cool. Anyways, there's not a great deal of information about how the hymns were actually used. Those components in honor of a god were presumably recited or perhaps sung during temple rituals. The word dua, worship, is possibly related to the noun dua'u, mourning, If so, hymns with this word in their titles may have been recited at dawn, the beginning of the Egyptian day. Some hymns, in fact, have specific titles such as Dua Kheft Ubenuf M Achet Abtet Net Pet, worshiping Re as he at his risings from the eastern achet of the sky, or the eastern horizon of the sky. The titles of other hymns tell us they were meant to be recited at midday or sundown, and there are also some collections with hymns for each hour of the day and night. Okay. So yeah, and again, I presented this on Sinai's channel, and what I really want to get to is the point that, as it says, there were 3 times a day where the ancient Egyptians worshipped. Okay, 3 times a day that the ancient Egyptian worshipped, they will recite these hymns, um, and we'll discuss it, right? So Chimerian first century sacred scribe writing talks about the Kemetic worship. It says that they divided the night into times for observation of the heavens and sometimes for the ritual. And here is the important part: the day into times for worship of the gods. They sang hymn to the gods 3 or 4 times, at dawn and evening, when the sun is at noon and when is at setting. Okay. For the rest of the time, they were engaged in the study of arithmetic or geometry, always working at it and adding to their discoveries, and altogether committed to practicing it. Okay, so over there we learn again from the Egyptologists. They tell us that, they sung these hymns 3 times a day. This was their form of worship, 3 times a day. We have a first century Egyptian sacred scribe tells us, yep, this is what they do 3 times a day also. Okay, and they sung the hymns to the gods. So these are the most important practices within inside of the Egyptian philosophy, religion, state, system, whichever terminology we want to use. Those are the most important things, right? And for me, there's a lot of people out there that claim to be Kemetic practitioners. There's a lot of people out there that claim to be Kemetic priests. But then I always have to ask the question: are you actually doing the rituals? Are you actually doing the worship? Are you doing the praises themselves? And it's like, I don't think you are you? And for me, even myself, yeah, I look down at myself at times, because a lot of these things, yeah, I've been practicing that for like, I don't know, however many years, like good over 15 years, right? But more times, yeah, I would actually read this stuff in English. And for the latter part of like the last few years, yeah, I haven't actually been, keeping up on top of my hieroglyphs, reading it, etc. Like I have not been at all. And I'm like, this is abysmal of me. Why is it abysmal of me? Because for simple things, right? Let's just say Quran. Like Muslims, yeah, we speak as Quran a lot. Muslims, they know their salat, yeah. They 5 times a day, yeah, they're up at Fajr. Yeah, this is dawn, prayer, praying. At Zor, noon times, Asr, just afternoon, Maghrib, sunset, Isha, etc. Yeah, they're there doing their prayer on time, right? That's one thing. They're there reading their prayers. That's performing the prayers as well. Yeah. So that's the second thing. They're doing it in the Arabic language. A third thing. And I'm like to myself, God damn, Kalam L. Yeah. As great as you are, my guy. Yeah. For example, let me just say to myself, I know, yeah, the Muslim prayer, Fatiha. Yeah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka nabudu wa iyaka nasta'in, Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim, siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. I mean, okay, I know that. Yeah, and that's over like 20 years, yeah, where I've learned this stuff. You know it, right? You haven't prayed those salats, yeah, but you know it. When it comes to Christian prayers, yeah, yeah. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, etc., etc., etc. Right? I don't even continue. Right? You know it. Yeah. But when it comes to your Kemetic worship, right? And dua, right? Fair enough, you know it, yeah, because I can recite it, right? Yeah. Um, But oh yeah, sorry, let me actually recite it, right? Hail to you, you having come as Khepera, who is creator of the gods. You rise and shine, brightening your mother, having appeared in glory as king of the gods. Your mother Nut shall use her arms on your behalf in making greetings. The man of mountains receive you in peace. Yeah, and my act embraces you at both seasons. May you give power and might and vindication and the coming forth as a living soul to see Harakati. Fair enough, you know it. But when it comes to the hieroglyphs, the Medu Neter itself, when's the last time you recited it in the actual language, but yet you can recite Quran in Arabic? Nah, I feel as though I'm failing, and I feel as though yeah, also that my Kemetic brothers and sisters are failing as well, because how are the Muslims able to do it? Every single day, wake up on time, yeah, and they have to wake up even before us because we have to wait. We have to make sure our prayer is our dua worship is done at sunrise. They wake up at Fajr, which is dawn before the sun even rises, and they have to do theirs. But we can't, and I can't. Nah, I feel sad. I feel sad in my heart. Just saying, and I'm just saying, I feel sad, and I feel sad that those of us who claim to be Kemetic here, we're not on point like that. We're not on it. We're not on it at all. So, anyways, yeah, that's me monologuing for a hot minute, just to say that I'm letting the team down, but we move, and this is the reason why I'm actually doing this, because it seems to me that when I turn on and I go onto like YouTube land and check in with the conscious community, like we're always discussing Christianity and something else. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I want to learn about Kemet. Like, teach me Kemet. Or if we're talking about Kemet, and this is no shots and no digs at anybody, because my brothers, I love you, right? Like, we're now discussing what does the name Kemet mean? Black land, or is the black people? I'm like, okay, cool. Like, it's not edifying my soul. It's not edifying me more to do with the philosophies and the science and things of that nature, which attracted me to Kemet itself. Like, it's not giving me anything of substance. We're not actually going into the language. We're not actually reading the primary texts, right? And I'm like, what's going on? And especially being in environments such as Speaker's Corner, right? I'm there, like I'm there with the Jews, yeah, and they're reading, their Shema Israel, Hear Israel, your Lord, thy God is one, and so forth, so forth, so forth. They're doing all that stuff, right? And they know their text, right? They know their text. The Christians are even doing their thing, yeah. They even got their little keyword study Bible, looking up in the Greek and looking up into the Hebrew. And of course, the Muslims are just on point. I'm not even going to talk about the Muslims because they tell you, yeah, from the get-go, you have to learn, you have to be Arabized. Yeah. You have to be Arabized. You're not even reading the Quran until you're reading Arabic. You have to be Arabized in order to progress in this religion. I'm looking at all these things and I'm seeing all these little parts, pieces of the puzzle. And I'm still thinking to myself, like, rah, truth be told, I'm actually letting myself down, because why am I not actually practicing properly? Yeah, why am I not practicing properly? So I really want to actually practice a bit more properly, and I really want to have a community that's getting involved in the text and practicing themselves. But let me know anyway, family. Let me know what you guys are on in that respect. Let me post the link because my Saber himself has just said post the link. When my Saber talks, yeah, I listen and I act and I move accordingly. All right, cool. So anyways, okay, so over here, yeah, is I should really get out the proper primary, but this should be big enough anyway, yeah. Um, although I can't actually point to anything. So over here, yeah, I'm giving you guys some texts. Hopefully you guys can screenshot it. Okay. Let me actually take myself out of the place because I'm not necessary. If you look at screenshot this, because I want to give you guys some of the primary text. This is from the Papyrus of Ani. This is my favorite book of the dead. It's the most how can I put it? It's the most famous book of the dead, should I say. So that's right there. Sorry. And then this one here, actually, which why I find it's important, is actually the prayer that I recited earlier on from, well, you can't see it, from on the far right-hand side to 6 columns across, or 5 to 6 columns across to the next red. That's where it goes up to what I just read out to you guys, right? And this is a prayer that you would recite, or sorry, not even a prayer. It's not actually, no. Let me be precise. It is a worship or praise that you would recite at the eastern horizon when the sun rises of the day. You would do it then, and then there is a short prayer that's attached to it also. It continues, it's further on, but I just wanted to point out some of these texts, right? There's another text over here. It starts at the far left for those of you guys who know, and it's actually in retrograde. This is plate 1819 of the Papyrus of Ani yet again, and this one is a prayer that, or sorry, a worship or praise that you would do throughout the course of the day from sunrise till the occurrence of sunset in life. Okay, so that's one that you would do during the daytime, and then over here is a stele that actually has both sunrise and sunset hymns, right? And on the right hand side, just under the picture itself, it says here, Duara tep uf em ang tet. Okay, so basically, this is a prayer that you would do when Ra sets in the west. In life. Okay, so that's I just wanted to make sure that you guys can see these texts yourselves. Hopefully you could screenshot it. These are types of prayers that, or worship or praise, that you would do 3 times a day. I just show you 3 texts for 3 times of the day. And over here, this is it here. This is for the west for when it sets right here. I'm giving you guys some game right now, family. I want to give you guys some games. So screenshot this stuff. Yeah, this is a praise, worship that you would do. Worship that you would do when the sun sets. And this one over here, which is coming from the same stele, is what you would do when the sun rises, right? During Ra, when it rises in the eastern horizon of the sky. Okay. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. We can actually go into the text and read from the text itself, but that's the first bit of the show. And yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you liked it. Let me get my Saber Reggie on. Let me unmute his mic.
Wow, I'm always I'm always interested, especially in the work that you are trying to do, because you're kind of calling into question. Sorry, you're calling into question people who I believe are charismatic or making money, want to act like they're special, um, and they can't verify the language. The lifestyle, there's a couple of things that comes with this lifestyle. So, Kalam, I wouldn't be so hard. The Meta Necha has been deciphered around 1822, 23, and then African people received the method, very small groups in the 1900s and more groups in the in this period right here. I have been looking at the language since 1984, 85, um, and I put it up and I put it down, um, and I do a lot of observations. So I'm more into the philosophy of the language, of the system, rather than the worship per se, because I think that the philosophy is something that people need to understand, and that should drive them. I also wouldn't be so upset is because the Hebrew language, the language that they speak, is relatively new. It had to be reconstructed, right? So they don't have 200 years of speaking that language. So it wouldn't be so hard. But I am very proud of your work in what you're trying to do, at least unpack some basic philosophy. And so the morning hymn and the evening hymn, uh, in the Purdom Heru, these hymns are pretty much in the front of what you read. And there's a reason why, because these are basic, essential things that you should understand in your life, right? And those basic observations, where the sun rises and the sun falls, cleanliness, and some of the other things you should know and you should practice as a base throughout your throughout your life. You should understand whether they call it Ra or not, uh, uh, whatever name that they want to call, right? The sun disk in the sky, and the sun gets Ra. He kind of loses emphasis Later, people don't know when they started worshiping or observing or renaming it as Aten. So um, so now about the English and the Medu Neter. Okay, there's certain stages. The first stage is that you should learn basically how the language works. Then you should be able to verify what you're reading. So if there's a text, you should search for the Medu Neter, even if you're reading it in English, right? You should be able to verify that what's in front of you is truly what's in front of you. And I think a lot of people don't do that. Um, Kalam, he'll smile when he sees a pseudo, right? He knows the tricks. Say a few things, look at the pictures, and walk away. And Kalam, he my brother. He'll pull him back by the arm and say, "Wait, wait, 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 wait. What does this say?" And then all the magic tricks fall off. So that's just how that works. And he's seen me do it too, live, right? What is your purpose in life? Is your purpose to be an African, or is your purpose just to survive? If your purpose is to be African, then you would pay attention to the things that we gave the world. As simple as that, right? And the things that were borrowed, right? Sometimes stolen. And you would pay attention and you would be able to verify the order of operations of the universe. And that's, I think, what Kalam is talking about. There's an order of operation in the universe, and you should be very familiar with it without someone selling you something or wearing an outfit and some what do you call it instruments and stuff like that. That's not it. What it is can you stand anywhere in the world in front of your people's writing, and could you stand up for your ancestors and and understand what they were saying? Can you recognize their works? And that's what I think Kalam is talking mostly about. But he's also giving you skill sets, and he brings on myself and Smash and Asar and Ka, some of the better readers. But there are some great ones. There's Jedem Ankh from Dr. Ricketti's, and then we had Brother Chris on, very, very strong Medu Neter reader, right? I learned that. I learned that. He's a very strong grammar Medu Neter. So listen, with the language, there's an order of operations. With your life, there should be an order of operations. You need some basic guidance, but our ancestors actually created systems where uh, you could wield the information. A lot of people can play with it, but the question is, can you wield the information? So unless Kalam has a question for me about what I said or anybody else, I think I made my point. There's an order of operations from the universe. In the Bereshit, God created the heavens and the earth, right? Uh, uh, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the Medu Neter, it really begins with the observation of recognizing, venerating uh, the sun, a natural order. If the sun doesn't rise and fall every day, there's a problem. The sun stays in the sky, we burn. The earth is not able to recoup, right? If the sun rises, then we have energy that propels the plant life, um, and the animal life recognizes it. I don't know if I would say dua would be worship. I would maybe say dua means respect, venerate. Um, because but we're playing with English, so I would say that when I notice when the sun is up, I venerate it. I should stop and then begin to understand through my calculations about time, my calculations about life. I should venerate that. I should not ignore it, right? Do not ignore, venerate, respect, right? Get on your get on nature's cycle. I would um I would put those attributes in with Kalam said with worship, because the worship thing is a very dangerous word, because you could worship blindly. What I am talking about is observe, venerate, respect, um, align, right? Time starts when the sun breaks day, right? That's when time starts. That's the energy that's going to propel things in this world. Also, when the moon appears full, we know that there's a certain gravitational pull that happens on this earth. Respect it, venerate it, understand it, right? Understand why people created calendars based on the moon, right? Uh, Anything you want to say, Kalam? Agree, disagree?
I agree 100%. 100%. Well, as I said, whenever my saber talks, yeah, I just listen. My name is called Ears. That's it. I just listen.
Yeah. Sejam,
That's
Sejam
it.
to hear.
Yep.
So all of uh, our commandments is Dr. George D. M. James gave us the 10 virtues. And you know, I debate a lot of pseudos. I debate a lot of clowns, right? Um, a lot of unlearned people, right? Dr. George G. M. James gave us the 10 virtues, you know, uh, from his Masonic teachings, because they observed it, because the meta nature was deciphered and they picked out these things: control of thought, control of action, steadfastness, purpose, identity with high ideas, evidence of mission, call to a spiritual order, freedom from resentment, faith in the teacher, facing your own learning abilities, preparedness for initiation. The first four: control your thoughts, control your actions, be steadfast in purpose, identify with high ideas, right? Those four, in all of them, can be found on the solar barge. They're right there. I asked Dr. Ben many years ago. I said, Dr. Ben, where is the 10 virtues that George Jim James says? He says, I'm not going to tell you, go find it. I said, huh? He says, I'm not going to tell you. He's the Grand Master. Dr. Ben was our Grand Master. He told me, I'm going to tell you. He says, go find it. But he did, and then he does these other words, the Bayadet, right? Um, uh, he said the Bayadet means you see it upon every temple. Why is it on every temple? Why is the winged Taurus on the winged solar disk on every temple? Why is it? He says, you go. It's easy for me to tell you, but you go and find it, and then you come back. So I go and I cheat Kalam. I go to his teachers. I mean his students. I
Students.
go to Dr. Ben's students, right? The ones that are teaching me, that are raising me, right? And I ask them, and they give me hints, right? About the Bayadet. That's the story of Horus uh, fighting his uncle. And in the beginning, Horus is ignorant. He's selfish. He's childish. He's weak, and he can't defeat his uncle Set. And they're battling for sovereignty. Who's fit to rule? That's really what that's about, right? And only when Horus masters himself and aligns himself with the Hor Bayadet, as they call it, he fuses himself with these characteristics, and now he's able to be a righteous king. Uh, so that's why it means, man, know thyself. In Greek, it's sute kanati, suten kanati. You're familiar with that, right?
Hmm.
Kalam?
Yeah, yeah. Man, know thyself.
Right. In the Greek,
Hmm.
in, but that is a concept of the Horbeadet. And if you look closely, you will see the connections between Coptic, and then you will see the Greek writing under the Horbeadet, right? That's in their systems of education. Whoa. Um, the first four virtues of the 10 virtues: control your thoughts, control your actions, steadfast of purpose, identify with high ideas. If I ask Kalam what those were, he would be able to tell you, right? If I told you, and I've told you many times, but if I just told you, it's so easy for me to tell you. And then some pseudos can run around and make videos, right? Get 100,000 views, wear a funny hat, be on that popular show 19 Keys or Ben Carson, and say that they revealed it, and not say that a student of Dr. Ben revealed it to, and talk to my brother Kalam, who is in the system, talked about it. They will stand in front of us and act like they always knew it. That's why there's not secret societies, but societies of secrets and mysteries.
Hmm.
Because the goofies, what they will do is easily acquire information like a treasure hunter, and then they will come out and sell it and make something very valuable invaluable.
100. 100. All right. Family tree. Let me just see. What have I got here? Add this to the stage. Okay. So, what I would like to do real quickly, because we have a show later on tonight with Rap Raven. He's going to be going in Black Betterment show. Um, let me double check what the title of the show is. It is where are we? Rap Raven, where are you, my guy? So we have a show coming on later on. It is called Black Health. No need for non-black allies. Black betterment. Okay, so that's Rap Raven on later on tonight. 2 hours time, 10 p.m. GMT. I'm not too sure what that is in America. I think it's like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, real quickly, family tree. Let me actually no. Let me remove this. I want to give you guys some Medinetta readings before we actually have to close down the show. Um, as I said, for every week, I want to give you guys something that we can read as well. So today, I'm going to just only do up to here with the reading. It does extend, but we don't have enough time to go through everything. Maybe another time we will go through everything. Let me just make sure that it's maximized for you guys. We've done this before. This is one of the first plates of Papyrus of Ani. We're going to go into a second reading as well after this one, and then we can close down the show. And of course, you guys are welcome to come on in and discuss with us. So let me just quickly go through this over here. And
I'm
it
sorry,
is
I don't have my glasses, so it's going to be a struggle for me, and I'm on my phone. So
not that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to go through it real quickly for the audience, so at least they have it. For those of you guys who actually are studying the language, at least you can hear it, and at least you guys can see it and go back and use this as a tool to learn from. Because again, this is for you. This is a Kemetic class where you guys get to actually learn the language and the culture of ancient Egypt. So, sorry, let me just mute the mic so I can go. All right. So where are we? Here we are. All right. So I'm going to just read this in the metadata and then afterwards translate it. And then if we have enough time, we'll go through a transliteration of the text. So over here, it says, Dua racheft ubenuf achetet abtet net pet an user sesh hetep necher ni necheru nebu anui. Um, I might as well just translate that real quickly. Praise to Ra when he rises in the eastern horizon. Where are we? Eastern horizon of the sky, said by Asar, the scribe of the holy offerings of all the gods Anui. Keep on reading. Jed Uf and Jeduf Anej Haruk Yi tu Em Chepera Em Kema Neteru Chauk Uben Uk Pesej Mut Uk Cha tu Em Nesut Neteru Ari Nek Mut Put Au Wis Em Arit Nini. Where are we? Here we go. Pesej. Nope. Hold on. Passage. Passage to. Okay. Passage to Manu. M. Hetep. Hepet. Hepet to Ma'at. Ri. Terra. Uwi. Already off. Ach. Was. M. Ma'acheru. Jesus Christ. Let me continue reading. Pert emba anchi. Ri ma'a horo achti. Nika en usar sesh anui ma'acheru her usar. All right, let's go back and just read that real quickly. And it says over here, homage to you who's coming as Chepera, or the evolver of evolvers, or the manifestation of manifestation, at or in, who created the gods appearing and rising on the back of your mother. You appear you appear as king of the gods. Your mother Not uses her arms in making greetings. Over here. Sorry, this word right here is Shesep. Sorry, Sheseptu. I think I said Pesejtu before. Sesheptu. Right here it says here, the Manu Mountains receive you in peace. Ma'at embraces you. To or at both seasons. May he give let me see, power, splendor. They translate that power, splendor, or basically becoming an arc, and dominion or power, in vindication, or ma'acheru, true voice, coming forth as a living soul to see, horachti, to the spirit of Osar Anui, Asar Sesh Anui, Ma'acheru, which is true of voice or vindicated under Asar. So yeah, that there is a quick prayer, you know. That there is a quick dua. It's a quick praise. It's a quick hymn. It continues, which is a second elongated version of it all the way over here. But god damn, I don't think I've got the time to go through all of that. Yeah, let me know if there's any questions on that one. If not, I'm just going to quickly move on to the next one real quickly, because I don't want to go on too late, because to go break it all down word for word is going to take us too long. Let's see. Another one real quickly is share screen, Windows. Is this the one? There we go. Yeah. Okay. So over here, we've got another, maximize this. We've got another hymn. And as you can see right there, we've got Anui on Anui there, and then we've got Ra over here on his sun bark. And of course, right here is one of the places in the whole of the actual Papyrus of Ani where we actually learn about the name of his wife. So he's got his wife right next to him right there, right here, which is, her name is right here, Tutu. Tutu, that's her. But anyways, let me go over here because this is what we really came here for. And this is another praise as well, which is Dua Ra M Ubenuf M Achet Ri Heper Hetep. Sorry, let me just make this bigger. Hetep Uf M Anch Jed An Usir Sesh Anui. And then let me just stop there and give you the translation. So this one here is another hymn to Ra when he rises in the horizon till he's setting in life. Okay, and now we said here, said by Scribe Ani, etc. So over here we continue. Anej Haruk Ra M Ubenuf Atum Horachti Dua 2 Neferuk M Peter or Ma'a I Cheper Achu Har Shenbet Ujauk M Hetep Uk M Sechtet Ab Uk Au M Ma'u or Ta'u. It's really one word, but you could say Ma'u Ta'u, but it's really one word, Ma'u. M and Jet Ab S Nejem Nemi Heart M Hotep EU S nope, sorry, Seker Heftu Uk Neb Henu Uk EU Chemu Urej yep, Dua 2 Ichem Mu again, Ichemu Seku. Man like Seku, you know. Hey, man like Seku's name is right here. Jeez. I wonder if that's where he comes from. Anyways, Hetep M Achet Net Manu Nefer tu M Neb Heru tu Ankh tu Jedu M Neb E. God damn. Listen, yeah. Doing this by yourself, yeah, at times is long, yeah. This is how you know I'm rusty, yeah. But anyways, let me quickly give you a translation of that. But hopefully, I'll get in the flow anyway. So right over here it says homage to you, Ra. When you rise, Atum Horachti, praise to you. Praise to you. Your beauty or your treasures are in my eyes. Your, what's this called now? This is radiance, sunshine, radiance. I'm going to go for radiance. Radiance is upon heart or breast, and there's missing right here the your on my breast. You should really say my breast right here, but it's actually missing the what's the word called now? The pronoun, the personal pronoun. It's missing it right there. Anyways, uja uk em hetep uk em sechtet. Oh no, I've read this already. What am I doing? Anyways, back to it. So it's on your breast. You advance in peace, or in your contentment, like in your satisfaction, in the Sektet, which is the night bark. Your heart is pleased or happy. Within fair wind. Let's quickly go here. It says here you're in the Anjet boat, which is the day bark. Your heart is again this word here. Oh, sorry, its heart. Sorry, its heart. It's the boat's heart. Is happy, pleased yet again, the gem, as it traverses the heavens, transverses the heavens with the Hetepiu, which is the blessed dead or the ancestors. Secher, Heft Uk, your enemy has been overthrown. Sorry, all your enemies, never over here. All your enemies has been overthrown. Henu to you. Henu to you. Okay. They Henu, you are cheered. Sorry, you are cheered, or you are like performing Henu. It's like when you pound your chest, you do some mad move like that. You pound your chest. So Henu to you. The imperishable, sorry, no, the unwearying stars basically do Henu to you. Worship to you. The imperishable stars worship you. Worship you. Satisfaction in worship you. Jeez, this word here says set in peace. Maybe there's something missing here because it doesn't follow properly. Set in peace off the Manu Mountains. Okay, when you set in peace in the Manu Mountains. Okay, that's what it most probably means. Nefertu, which means you are perfect or you're good in or at every day. Life to you. So life to you and continuous endurance, or how do I pronounce that now? Eternality, but what is it though? Internal endurance, eternal what? Sameness. May you stability. So may you endure. So eternal life and endurance to you as my Lord. Okay, that's it. But if anybody is on here and wants to correct anything that I've done, come on in. Let me know, family, if I've said something incorrect. Oh, geez, man, like Christopher's up in the building. Yep, it says Heftiyu. Yep, Heftiyu. Let me just double check where we are with the Heftiyu. Right here, Heftiyu. Uk. Yep, Heftiyu. Uk. So Heftiyu. Yep. Thank you. Let's see. Ya'u. Ankhti. Let's see. No, this is Dua. That can't be what you're talking about. Let's see. I don't know. Where? Where's Ya'u? Sorry. Let me know which column it's in. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6, column 7. I don't know if we went past column 7. Yeah, I don't think we went. No, column 6. We only went up to column 6. So let me know where else that Yahoo. Oh, there you are. There you are.
Peace, bro.
Come on, my G. Peace. How you doing?
Good.
There you go. So yeah, you said Yahoo. Whereabouts are we?
Go to column 1, 2, 3. Column 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then down, right, the guy with his hands raised. Oh, my bad. Column 5 then. No, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go one more column. I thought right there. Go down.
Down. Oh, right here.
Oh, wait. Okay, I didn't see the no. So yeah, you're right. That's the Dua stars there. Yeah. My bad. So okay. I know sometimes Iau will appear the same way. It'd be a guy with his hands raised. But this here is Dua Tu. I think that's what you said. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Dua Tu.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah,
Anything?
ignore that.
Any other corrections? So, because at least the family will know, yeah, that we're not making stuff up. My brother, as soon as my brother said, what was the first correction again?
Heftiu.
Yeah, we go. Heftiu or heftiu right here.
Right, that's the tiu bird.
Yep, there you go. I knew exactly where it is. So, some people might say, oh, you're not just making it up. No, like straight away, this is exactly what he's talking about. That I made a mistake or may have made a mistake on. Anything else?
And then I saw T, which you translated it pretty much the same way. But when I saw it, I said, in living one or in living you. But yeah, it's like a state of, it's the same thing. Same thing. Yep. Yeah. Then you have Jeded M Nebi. Yeah. Stability.
Here we go. Let's see. Let me read out this comment quickly. It says here, remember that you are dealing with a so-called dead language because there are not many who can translate it or speak the Meduneta. You can only get close to what they were doing through primary sources. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yes, family tree. So yeah, that was that one. I also showed one more. I showed one more. So if there was any corrections, please let me know. Because we have to come off very, very soon. Not slides. Where are we? Present. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Oh, is this it? Nope. Where are we? Him to Ra. Where are we? Windows. Let's see. Mute this. Present. And over here. So yeah. Was there anything within here that you may have seen that was incorrect?
Oh no, I missed all of that. Yeah, I didn't even see you go over that part.
All right, let me do it. Jumped in. Let me do it again. So I'll just quickly go through it, and then you let me know if there's a correction or if you want to read it. I don't mind. Okay. Yeah, we do one line per one line each, right? So
yep, that'll work.
I'm gonna start from over here. It says here, Dua Ra Kheft Ubenuf M Achet Abtet Net Pet An Usir Sesh Hetep Necher En Neteru Nebu Anui.
Let me get here. Oh, wait a second. All right. So we're going to read and translate or just read and...
Okay. Yeah, I'll translate. Okay, so praise or hymn to Ra when he rises in the eastern horizon of the sky by User the scribe. Let's see, divine offerings of all the gods Anui. Let me know if we're good.
Yeah, I was having issues with my mic. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I just need to blow it up here a little bit. Can you enlarge a little bit for me?
Yeah.
All right, so we're in column 2. So we have, here we go. So Jedef. So we have in Nej Herek, Iiti, M Cheperu. That's all one word. And then we have Cheperu or Cheperi, M Kwama, Necheru, Ka Neb. No. Ka Ek, Webin Ek.
All right, perfect.
I think it ends there. Let me see.
Yeah.
Does it end at the next column? Yeah, I think it ended. Wait, no, I think I started a little bit on the next column, right? Webin. Well, I'll know when we translate it. If not, if I go into the next column.
Yep.
So we have, he says, right? Literally like protect your face or hail. That's the Egyptology right? Translation, but it's kind of more like something protect your face or something of that nature. So hail to you, CEET, the one who comes, something like that, in the form. In the fussy, we have Kheperi. It looked like they copied it twice. In the form of forms, as I guess one created, Kwama.
Creator.
Yeah. In or as the gods, you appear, or your brilliant appearance, something like that.
No, I think Kema. That's one word.
Yeah, Kwama. I
So,
said yeah, Kwama. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Right, that's not a preposition. Thank you. So
yeah.
Kwama, the creation, or I guess the making of the gods or the Neteru. And then then we have Ka-ek, something, your appearance as you rise, or as, is that an ek at the bottom? Yeah, in your rising. And then I go to the next column.
Yeah. All right. So over here we have Pesej Mut Uk. And then Cha 2 M Nesut right here. Neteru Ari Nek Mut Nut Au We S M Arit Nini.
Nini.
So as you rise, your mother's back. That's what it says there. You appear as king of the gods. Okay, let me just go from here.
Yeah, that's a participle actually.
Yeah. So over here, mother note her arms. You make mother note your arm. Okay, right here. So basically, it's saying like you make mother notes use her arms in making Nini greetings.
Mm-hmm. And then that would be up top. I think you translated it as that's like a T, or ka T. It's another state of
how T right here.
T, yeah, it's a state of ka T. State of verb.
Okay, all right. Okay, so right here then is where it kind of starts.
Okay. All right, so we have Seshep. It's Seshep. I think this is Seshep. Sesheptu Manu Imhotep. Then we have Hepet. That means like to embrace or something. Hepet Tu. Right, and then we have, I don't know this. Is that part of that? No, it can't be a determinative. What is that? That is somebody with the ankh in their hand.
Yeah, it's Ma'at. She's got like the map. It's Ma'at. It's got the
feathers. Oh, is that a feather on the head?
Yeah.
I see it. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so Ma'at. And then we have Ter.
And then the other word
there
is this.
And then we have Redief, Ach, Was, Ma'achiru. Is that Ma'achiru? Looks like, yeah. Ma'achiru.
So
All right. Now I do not remember the word. I see the arm there. Shasep.
Mhm.
I don't remember that word.
Receive.
Oh, okay. So receive one. So this is like passive here. So one has been received, and then we have those are the mountains, the Manu mountains.
Manu Mountains.
In peace, or in, I guess, as content, or being content.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Hepet, Tu, so embrace one, or one embraces truth. Or I guess the right way, or the truth. Let's see. So we have Ter. I know Ter means something with time. So as, or with respect to time, or.
Mm-hmm. So Ma'at embraces you at, and it's got the 2 times at both times, or at the 2 seasons, or at all seasons.
All right, cool. So yeah, my embraces one. So yeah, okay, I said one. See, the problem is I'm translating it literal, but you're right. We have to put it in English that we all can understand, right?
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So so let's see, ready. Yeah. So he gives, or he makes. Let's see. I guess the perfected spirit here, strong or mighty, or he makes. Well, what does he make? He makes the perfected spirit mighty. So wasir, that means strong, right? Something. Something like strong. As, or I guess in a state of, or in the capacity of being true of voice. Ma'acheru.
There you go. And over here we've got Pert Ba Anchi, which is coming. Let me go read it all the way through. Re or Ma'a Hor Akti Ni Ka En User Sesh Anui Ma'acheru Kher User. So coming forth as a living soul to see Horachti, or Horus in the horizon, to the spirit of User, the scribe Anui, true of voice. Ma'a Cheru, true of voice. Cher User, under Osiris.
Yeah, or I guess in the presence of.
Oh, yeah, for real. There you go.
In the presence of Usir.
In the presence of Usir.
But I know what you meant, though. I know what you meant. So people who are looking.
Here we go. All right. Cool. So yeah, family, I didn't want to stay on too long because, as I said, we have got a show later on with brother Rap Raven. So hopefully you guys actually got something out of this. Hopefully you guys actually got something out of this. Let's see. Today's Hebrew is made up because it was. Where is the Times TV schedule to be found? Whoo, that's a good question. Where is the Times TV schedule to be found? Do you know what? Yeah, that's a good question. Let me see if I can share my screen as well. Yeah, your channel. Here we go. Present. Stop presenting. Present. Share screen. Window. Times TV, YouTube. There we go. So over here. Okay, so we're live right now. I know most of you guys are not getting the updates. So we got shows that we're doing, Speakers Corner stuff, Titans Talk. Where is Rap Ravens one? For real. It's not coming up. So what I will have to do is Rap Raven Titans TV. I'm gonna have to try to fix this up. So over here is Rap Raven's last show as well. But where is he? Let me see if I just type in Black Betterment. Here we go. It's right there. All right, so I'm gonna have to try to fix this with inside of the algorithm to make sure it pops up. Do you know what? Better yet, let me do it live right now for you guys to see. Um, live stream public. Okay, it's not in a playlist. I'm gonna have to create his own playlist, but for now, there we go. Let's save this real quickly. Your channel. And there we go. So yeah, Rap Raven is scheduled later on. As you can see, please turn your notifications on so you're notified of when his show goes live. Okay. So I think that's in the next 2 hours. So Family Tree. Let me actually take this off. So yeah, hopefully you guys actually enjoyed yourself and got something out from the show. We're going to continue to do more shows like this. We want to go into the language and we're going to go into the culture of ancient Egypt, Kemet itself. Again, as I said, more time, I'm going to pull from this book right here or the updated version of this. So in here, we're going to go, test our knowledge with the language. And of course, it's got a lot of essays in here that I want to touch on. We have essays on there to do with the gods, the society, the king, what happens to you after you die, etc., etc., etc. The creation myths as well. So I want to touch on a lot of those things in here, as well as, for some of you guys, you might have this book as well. So we'll go into a lot of these books and I want to do a lot of these shows. Again, I'm inviting the teachers, to come on. Like this platform here, where we're doing these Kemetic classes is for you. So, and if you guys want to come on and teach, all I'm going to ask for, because I'm trying to weed away the pseudos, right? All I'm asking for is present something that we can find or that is backed by academic research, right? Use academic sources. That's what I'm asking. As I'm showing up here, we're showing you academic sources. If you're going to teach from the language, make sure it's from an academic source itself. And again, the second thing we're going to be going through is primary sources. So as long as you got primary sources, in fact, even if you have secondary sources. So, we've been going through recently the Book of the Dead. Even if you have the secondary resources as well, like I'm happy for you to come on. But if it's simply, you're making stuff from the top of your head and it can't be sourced and it can't be backed up, this is not the platform for you. Yeah, unfortunately. Brother Chris, did you want to add anything? Because I need you to come on and I'm saying I need you to come on and present some information.
Yeah, I'm coming, man. I'm definitely coming.
Whether we need to set up lectures and workshops to teach the language itself. Yeah, like if you want to do something like that, we can create courses where we can teach the language to the people that are actually interested in this information. Because I just don't see it. As I said, I don't know which channels you are going on, but I don't get the chance to, go through the actual literature, learn about the culture, learn about the philosophy. I don't really get that. It's usually a lot of arguing and bickering. So talk to me.
Yeah, no, you summed it up perfectly. I'm all with you. Let's put the sources up. Let's get together. Let's learn. All right, let's argue from the primary sources, right? And maybe a secondary source. Okay, I can go there.
Yeah.
And let's just stop arguing. Let's just learn and move forward, man. Move forward. It's because it's so the body of information is so vast. You know what I'm saying? That we're falling short. We're falling short. We need teams of people who can stop arguing with each other and let's just delve into the material and let's crack it open. Because a lot of stuff that I hear people talk about sometimes, there's actually there's literature on it.
Yeah,
there's literature that we can go in and look at to answer all those questions.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that my presentation on Sarnet's channel?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, I see. I've brought out something, right, which is the
hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
Yeah, I brought out something, and it's called the King, or is it called the King as Sun Priest? It basically gives you the functions and the roles of the King as Sun Priest. I've been searching. I don't think you lot know, for so long. Yeah, I've had this piece of for how many years? It's years, but I've been searching for the primary on it. Obviously, it's at the temple. Most of it's at the temples. And people have taken pictures and done transcriptions and stuff like that, right? But it's like, I just want the primary. I want the primary. I could not find the primary for the life of me. And in there is like 13. Let me see quickly. Let me
So what
get
did
it
I
up.
miss? What were you saying about the primary that you?
Yeah, so there's basically a primary. Yeah. Let me actually share my screen on this particular one first. So over here, present, share screen, Windows, right here. So over here, yeah, I presented from. If you lot can see, let me see. Can you not see it? Yeah,
I'm
over
familiar with this
here.
author.
Yeah, so Jan Assmann has to be like one of my favorite authors. He kind of put forward, he made it popular anyway. It was around before him, but he made it popular in terms of writing on the subject. In his Egyptian solar religion in the New Kingdom. And he talks about basically the cult theological treatise, which discusses the king or the Egypt. The text deals with the king as sun priest, i.e., the role of the sun priest as a function of Egyptian sacred kingship, which was then delegated by the king to local priesthoods of the sun god. But this text is like throughout the Middle Kingdom and the New Kingdom. It's in the temple of Hatshepsut, in Deir el Bahari. It's in the Luxor temple. It's in the Sun Chapel at Medina Habu, the Haka building at Karnak, the two royal coffins of the 25th dynasty from Nuri, the tombs of the Sayyid period, tomb of Chanefer, the chief royal archivist, etc. Right? So it's everywhere. And I gave on Sarnet's channel, basically there was the 8 things that the king needs to know. This is basically the list of them there. His role as well. Ray has installed a king on the earth of the living for endless repetition and invariable duration, to administer justice to human beings and satisfy the gods, to fulfill ma'at and annihilate injustice. He gives food offerings to the gods and funeral offerings to the transfigured. So this is it, right? And I was like, listen, I just need to find the primary of this, right? Because it's in the Egyptian solar religion book. Cool. I've read it. I've even found the transliteration. So he just gives basically here, the translation. But I'm like, let me find the transliteration. I finally found the transliteration. All right, let me go back. So I've, obviously I've got the book. I'm like, okay, Temple of Hatshepsut. All of the places that he mentioned, right? I tried to go there to find the primaries. Now, the people that have done it's either done it in, for example, Jan Assmann, he writes in German, right? It's been translated into English. So trying to find it in German is mythical, right? I found his book in German. I translated it. I read it. I'm like, okay, but I still don't have the actual primary. Like, give me the picture. Let me read it for myself. Couldn't find it. Went through all of his what? I went through all of his sources basically to find the books. Found the books. Some of these books are out of print. Some of these books cost like £200 to buy. And I'm like, am I really going to spend £200 here to buy a book just to get this primary? No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me keep on looking. I kept on searching. It says that it's in the Book of the Dead. Let me just make sure. Let me see, because I've got it in here. So over here, where is it? It says here, where is it? So yeah, the only copy of the Book of the Dead from the New Kingdom that contains the text belongs to a chief royal archivist. I said, okay, snap. Yeah, that's like the only one I can possibly find. Yeah, and it's not even like a usual one. Anyways, I done what I needed to do. I finally found it. And I am gassed. Yeah, you don't know how ecstatic I'm gassed to actually find the most primary text for those people who want to practice being a priest with inside of ancient Egypt. For those people who want to know like the fundamentals of the philosophy of ancient Egypt, this is the prime text itself. Yeah, and I'm like, why can't I get the primary text of the prime text? It just doesn't make sense why I can't find it. So, anyways, I found it. And I was completely ecstatic. I'm sharing it right here with you now. Where is it? Yeah, this is it right here. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's badly damaged, etc., etc. Like, and even when they translate it, right? They basically translate. Okay, so this is Heti right here. He gives, offerings, and over there they translate as the gods. But when I looked here, what does this word say? Can you read it? It's very bad.
Let's see. I see a seated man. There's an eye. That looks like an eye at the top there. Is that a bustier?
No, basically it's a
No.
flag. So it's basically
Oh, it is a
says
nature flag. Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
nature flag
A nature flag.
and a soul deity. But how they translate it is necheru, which is a plural.
Yeah, but there are dots. See the 3 dots there?
Hell, is that
Yep.
what it is?
Yeah, those are 3 dots.
Ah,
We did it right.
they got it right. See, this
They
is
did it
why I
right.
need you, you know. This is why I need you.
Yeah, that's
There
your
you go, right there. Because it's so small. It's like
Uh-huh.
you will miss it. If I didn't
And
blow
it's
up this
rubbed
big,
out.
yeah. Ah, there you go. And I was like, so why have they even, because obviously looking at it like this, it's just a soul nature. Usually they will have like the 3 flags to let you know it's a nature rue.
Yeah.
And then this right here is rubbed out. You can barely see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh man. So all this
Yeah.
time they've translated it incorrect, like giving me a different meaning to what it really is.
No,
Okay.
but that does happen though. Yeah, that happened. That matter of fact, it's happened enough to where you can be aware of, hey, like, wait a minute, you know, they definitely translated wrong, or maybe it didn't convey the meaning quite properly, the word they used, or yeah, that does happen.
There you go. So yeah, man, I was just over the moon that I actually found the papyrus copy of this. This is actually a rare papyrus, basically, because this text
tethered,
is not. Yeah, this is not in this particular treatise. Is not in any papyruses because it's like a secret doctrine, basically, that was only reserved for the royals. Basically, it was only reserved for the royals. It's only found in temples of the royals, etc. But this chief royal archivist is the only non-royal to actually have this in his tomb or just written full stop. And it was like a very rare piece of text. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I was just gassed. I'm gassed. So something like this, only people that are into Kemet, into the actual primary text and reading themselves, yeah, will feel the gasness of this, because nobody else is going to feel it. It's just like you're too nerdy on this one. Yo, man, like Asar is up in the building. What's good, family tree? Jeez.
Peace, Asar.
Okay. But yeah, family tree, right? I'm going to have to keep it moving. Again, later on tonight, it's a big boy show. Again, please, if you like the show, please, yeah, I'm asking you, because no more time, yeah. Like nobody ain't even dropping no super chats. Nobody ain't dropping no cash apps. No one ain't dropping no PayPals. Oh, sorry, actually, tell a lie. You know, one person did try to cash app me the other day, but because you guys are in America and I'm in the UK, it doesn't go through. So PayPal is your best option if you want to send money. But yes, what's it called? This thing here, the super chats. No one ain't even super chatting. So if you can't even just show some love monetarily, all I ask you guys to do is hit the like button. Yeah. And after you've hit the like button, go and share this onto your social medias. Share this on Facebook, your Instagrams, your WhatsApps, wherever you are, just share it. That's it. It's not going to cost you a thing. It's just showing the love, the support. This is what we call reciprocity. This is my act, because, you know, the amount of time and energy and money and resources that we spend in acquiring information and breaking down this information for you guys in a palatable format is like, it's a lot, you know, it's a lot. And all we asking you is just to show the love back, man. Show the love back. Just share it, hit the like button, and let everybody know Titans TV is back, baby. We're teaching again, and we've got Kemetic classes every single week. Yeah, I'm doing at least one Kemetic class. If my brothers like Asar Car comes in and takes over, that means we know, yeah, and they commit to it. We know we're getting 2 Kemetic classes a week. If my brother Chris says, yeah, I'm here to commit to one time a week, yeah, there might be 3 Kemetic classes. Then if brother Reggie or Smash Rocco says, yeah, I'm coming in, you know, we can have Kemetic classes, yeah, for every single day of the week. All it needs is an hour a day of commitment, yeah, to say, boom, let's do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would love for this to happen, because Kemet is the philosophy is about community, right? It's about community. There is always a constellation of gods. There's always a constellation of people coming together, yeah, to do the work. And we need to start come together and actually do the work. And I'm trying to give you things in a very simple format so you can understand it, you know. So the next time I want to actually go into the offering tables, right? So the Hesep, the Nesut formula, that is what I would like to present next. So we've done the worship of the gods or the worship of Ra himself, right? Because I like it simple, you know, because when people, like, when it comes to like religion, everybody has their creed formulatized. For me, I'm like, listen, we say God, the only God I know is Ra. Yeah. What else? My theology is the Heliopolitan theology. I'm not dealing with the Memphis theology. I'm not dealing with any other theology. I just want to stay focused. Give me this one thing, learn that, and then we can move on to the next one. So for me, anytime you're going to learn from me, you're going to hear it from the Ra or the Atum, that type of God perspective. You're going to hear it from the Heliopolitan perspective, i.e., Anu or the Inu perspective. A lot of my teachings are going to be from that. If we're going to talk about religious teachings, a lot of my teachings are going to be coming straight from the Pert Heru, particularly the Papyrus of Ani. But in general, the Pert Heru, you're going to get a lot of teaching from me from that, because I like to keep things simple. If you want practical applications, again, I'm presenting you with stuff. Hymns. This is the form of worship. If the Muslims and the Christians can worship formally every day, why can't you if you say you're part of the Kemetic practicing community? So there's 3 times a day: sunrise, noon, and sunset. Yeah, 3 times a day. All I'm saying is, can we not just commit to just reading the hymns? Yeah, it doesn't take longer than 2 to 3 minutes to read a hymn a day. Yeah, and then maybe a little bit longer if you're going to read it from the hieroglyphic language, right? Can we not commit as a community to just read this in the Kemetic language for those people who are actually students of the language 3 times a day? So at least we're up to date with being, or keeping up to date with reading the language. You know, for those of you guys who are not, you know, on the language, at least read the hymns. I've given you guys the hymns already, right? In English, right? It's there for you already. Can't you not just read it 2 times, 3 times a day? That's what I'm asking. Let's do things communally together. All right, Asaim Kar, what are you saying, fam? I'm about to close down the show, so what are you saying?
I'm just dropping by. I just came from running. I ain't even get it. Excellent job as always, brother. Chris Withers is in the building, so you know what's going down. Peace. Let me tell. Yeah, it's time, you know. And then you were mentioning opening up a per ankh or some around the nation to start building it. I've done it before. We set it in motion before, so I'm gonna go revisit the idea and just looking at some working models that'll make sense, so that it's not heavily, you know, it's not gonna be way huge out of pocket, but also that it's convenient for the people and reasons to come by. Spirituality, yes, but also more reasons than that for a community to want to come by and stop by there. So, yo, that's definitely the move right now.
100. Oh man, I got my little notification. We're closing down the show right now, yeah, but I got my little notification to say Sarnet as is on. Reginald Martin cracking the Christ code, unveiling the ancient Egyptian origins of Jesus. Listen, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yeah. I wanted to do, yeah.
Let me add this in real quick.
Go ahead.
On top of what you just said, I guess then later on, because someone's gonna say it, right? Like, man, this stuff is for dead people. It's, you know, it's in their tombs. I have, and again, straight primaries. That's what we're gonna go with. Throw it up on the screen. I have some stuff from the Amduat, right? The book where it shows that this knowledge should be learned and applied by the living.
Exactly.
And it's not ambiguous. That's what it says.
Well, you know,
it's all funny, these hymns and prayers and stuff. It's dead people don't read.
It's for them to be read. And they ask you to visit their tomb and read it and do as is prescribed, as well as
they and exactly. You know what I'm
go.
saying? But anyway, I just want to add that in there, though. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, 100%. So I'm about to close down, but as I said, yeah, I saw this Reginald Martin thing. Yeah, you know what? I had to stop myself from actually doing a video. Yeah, in response to what was it again? Eusa or something. I said, hey, something like Eusa is the origin of the name Jesus, and I'm like, see, this stuff here is very dangerous. It's very dangerous because I done a quick search here, and straight away it's already been debunked here by academics, right? Debunked that's like Gerald Massey and some other scholars right in the 1900s made this claim, yeah, and now it's getting prevalent because a lot of people are in tune with Kemet and stuff. I'm like, this is very dangerous here because false information coming out of the mouth from people who claim to be Kemetic is very dangerous because we're supposed to be not those people who believe. We're supposed to be the scholars and the academics with inside of the community. And when people claiming to be Kemetic and they're putting forward these false or pseudo claims, it really reflects negatively upon the rest of us because they're just going to think, yeah, those Kemetics who, hold on to these type of ideas, but it's like, no, we really don't, but there are people in the community that's pretty fringe. But anyways, family, let me not stay any longer. Let me close out the show. We're going to fellowship after this, but peace and love, family. Again, thank you guys for the support, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh man, young Cali, baby, and Mode Seps and us.